But you don't have to like completely give a pressure into a Herc lane like that. Well, I know you can't go back. That's a little annoying. Okay. So yeah, so even here, you guys are still giving up full pressure. Because Kronos' lane isn't that... This spectator. Kronos' lane isn't so sick to where you guys are going to die off of a Kipri or off of a Herc blink pool. And you still have beads as well, so you can like... Especially if he's not a great Herc, if he blinks on you, you just walk into him and he'll always miss the 2. But unless he's a good Herc, then he'll play around you walking forward. But by sitting this far back, you guys are basically just conceding lane, saying like, we'll give you guys full pressure, and you can invade our alphas and probably take oracles as well if they want. So, it's already kind of bad because as Soul, you want to be playing with your passive and just kind of just holding W with your passive, but without passive, Soul's a really bad god. So back here, you're just kind of like wasting time basically. And even saying this far back, like, you guys are giving up way too much pressure. You should at least be hitting the melees by now with Herc moving out. Do they invade your purple? Oh, the Kevri should be holding the wave outside, like those melees. Yeah, with Blink, I would like you guys to actually like look aggressive here. Like Blink pull the Herc right here. But you guys are, yeah, you're just conceding so much pressure here. Like when the Herc was coming back in, you Blink pull him because you had heat right there, and you just fight into the Herc. But right here, it's you guys are just giving up your purple for basically no reason. Like your lane isn't even that bad. With heat, you guys can fight into them. And also because your Kepri has Blink, you guys can look for aggressive plays, but he kind of ran This is when I'd be saying, like, please get a totem for our duo lane, because your Kepri, at this point, is useless. Like, he has Blink, but no mana, so now you guys should actually be sitting this far back, but earlier, you guys could have fought in contested lane. This wall, it keeps sliding me down, dude. Did I get put down support? Well, support's pretty hard right now because you don't have multi-pots and mana pots, so totems are actually really big for duo, and unfortunately they, I think, have gotten 2 totems in a row, which is allowing Kronos to stay out and farm. The 2 there is fine. You're still playing a little too scary, so you're not 2ing the archers as well. But so far, basically just a lot of passive plays when you don't need to be passive. You are doing good with your mana, though. Also, I had 1 and then 2. Build your heat more, and then you're doing more damage with your 2. You saw me back up a lot? Oh, then that's on him. Like, with heat, basically, you want to stay in this form as long as you possibly can. Every time you play Soul, all you want to do is keep your heat up for as long as possible. And just basically box, but box intelligently with your, I think your 2's up right here. You lose heat a little bit there. You should be proccing your 2 before your heat goes away to keep your heat. If I make eggs, would you want some? Sure. Assuming you're timing your purple.
Alright, I'm back.
What's up, PT?
What'd I miss?
They basically played really passive. This is a little sketch. I think if you're looking to defend this purple, you should probably get your back off before now. Because he's coming out of base, you know he's coming out of base, and you have 1600 gold right here. So I'd like to see if you backed a little earlier. I don't know if you had time. Let's see. Oh, the back button worked, Pug. Let's see, when did you get 16? You should be backing right now, I think. And hopefully your team can defend it for the little bit before it spawns. And then you'd be coming out of base. You'd probably be there-ish, passing Phoenix right on spawn. Fortunately, they didn't invade right on spawn timing, but you're coming into this fight really weak. I wouldn't be looking... Right there, I wouldn't be looking for DPS with your 1. I think you should be looking for an ult there. I'll go back. I kind of messed up a little bit. Let's see, do you have heat? Yeah, also, you shouldn't be 2ing the purple because you know they're going to be invading. So you want to be holding that button for the actual fight itself. Unless you were pressing 2 to build heat first. I'm assuming your Kepri is telling you he's going to blink pool. So unless you're playing around him beadsing and ulting, you should always be pressing 1 and then ulting there, or just raw dog ulting him off the Kepri pool and just forcing like him to respect you guys. But it is weird because you're coming into this fight. But yeah, I don't like that play because you're not doing any damage off the Kepri pool. Like, your Merlin is not having a nice 2 or whatever button that is. And your damage is basically you walking up and pressing 1 on him. And I think Kronos might have died. Yeah, Kronos would have died if you ulted him here. Yeah, you would have done at least 300. Yeah, I know it's still viable, for sure. You also 3'd a little scared. I don't know if you were 3'ing for heat. I assume you're 3'ing for heat there. That's fine, I guess. But it is weird for you to not ult there and hold it. I guess you're rushing Hecate here. It's really weird for you to stay out this long. I think by this time, no call on the blink plug. Yeah, you should ult it there 100%. There's no call. I think you should still be ready with your ult, but if there's no call, it's still a little weird. Yeah, I guess your Hun's telling you to stay out now. But before this, you definitely should have backed. There's no reason why you should be staying out on the map for 6 minutes. Because you're not buying wards, you're not buying boots, you're just delaying everything right now. Which is in turn making you play more passively because you don't have wards out. You back, rush a Kate. Wait, so what's your thought process for... On the back of her, but my jungler's a gank, that's fine. That's fine, but I still think you should have backed before. It's like somewhere in there, you should have backed. Also, what's your thought process for rushing a Kate here? Like, why Kate before boots? Is it to fight back, or you just want the item because it's OP? Or what exactly? I mean, it's a broken item. It is also a strong item. But it is important to have a reasoning for why you're buying items at a certain time. Like, especially for like rushing a ring, it's important to have a reasoning behind it and to play with it. So so long I had enough on the back. That's fine. I wish it was a little bit more. Like, I'm looking to box the Kronos or looking to lifesteal off the Herc. Like, just because you have enough for an item doesn't mean you should always get the item. Because Boots here also does a lot into Thor jungle, does a lot for dodging Herc, does a lot for Kronos as well.
Yeah, I was about to say that. The only thing with Boots in the ADC roles that in duo, you're really susceptible to gank without it.
Yeah.
It's like, as a jungler, if I see the ADC like rush to an item instead of getting Boots, I'll be like, okay, that's like a pretty easy kill if he pushes up at any point.
No, okay. That was bad. The idea behind your box was good, but you held your ult a while. I like right here you not beadsing it because you have a Kate, so you can heal up a lot. I like the attempt for that too. Getting the poke is important. It's unfortunate, I think you missed like 2 2s in a row here.
Perfect timing.
And then right here, yeah, I want to go to your perspective. right here, based off of his movement, you know he's looking for a stun right now. Like, he is basically giving it away that he is going to walk into you and stun you. And he is just, like, he wrote you the letter, it's in your mailbox right now. He misses the one. That's fine. But you know, like, off of this, he's going for a stun, like, very soon. And you should always be, like, ready for that. And right off of this auto, you should be ulting right here. He is 100% dead here. You fully stacked your Kate. He is fully debuffed. And you just win this fight so hard right now. And if you ult right now and just drag it around his feet, he is 100% dead here. But instead, you don't trust yourself and you beads the stun. And you go for another auto, and then by the time he's ulting, you react late because you go for another auto attack, and then you ult. And at this point, you need to be in full panic mode, my guy. Like, you should just be like, no, no, no. I ulted right when he rewound. And you need to be 3ing out of here because you don't have another escape for his stun. And his stun, I assume, is going to come and kill you. Yeah. That was... He played the 1v1 really poorly as well. Like, both of you guys played that 1v1 pretty bad. But you just need to be really ready for that stun there. And you played the 1v1 is like really good sometimes and really bad other times, but overall you won that 1v1. Like, you had the potential to win that easily. Also, your Chronos, yeah, at this point it's really bad because you lost purple, you lost red, you lost a wave as well, and it's kind of just off of that 1v1 that was winnable. Which I think your decision making there was pretty good for taking the 1v1 because you have a Kate and you had beads and ult. I just think you misplayed it a bit. You just need to have more confidence in yourself, I think. Or more, I don't know if it's confidence or maybe it's just like knowledge of soul damage. But with soul passive, with Hecate, you just one tap. Once you get him stacked, once you get him going, you just have full confidence in your ults. But at this point, you're in a really bad spot. You're down 2 levels against a Chronos, which in this matchup you should never be down. He has boots finished, he has a Kate finished. Now you're just in a really bad spot. Like, you're just gonna tank these ones to the face, and you're gonna hate it. And he can just cast all of his buttons at you, and just not care in the world. Unfortunate that he's actually nailing all of them, and you're also not able to juke because you have boots 1, so his ones... I mean, he's always getting value with these. Also unfortunate that your team cannot play towards your side of the map because you guys are getting pressured so hard on solo side, so you're kind of left in this 1v1. And unfortunately you messed up the 1v1, so mage ADCs from ahead are just really bad. I would like to see a little more defense here on the tower, and you to play that a little more aggressively. You basically just have to pray that he misplays, and I think it's on the next one. Right, you have your 1 ticking, so you're gonna heal a lot. You just poked him with a 2. You know the wave's gonna come in. I think you're... Yeah, I'd like to see like 3 ults here. Like 3 ult, drag it across either this way to the Chronos from the creeps, or hit the Chronos with it, and then you don't have kill potential here, but at least you can trade ults and make a play. But basically what you're doing right here is you're just accepting the tower. You're accepting that he's stronger than you, and that you're going to lose the tower, and that you can't fight back. Which, in reality, you really can't, but you need to at least try to force a play to happen and miraculously come back in the game. Because right now you're just getting snowballed upon in duo lane. The fights are completely over here on this side of the map, so it's up to you to win the left side of the map and duo side of the map. Yeah, you can kill him easily before ult. Soul's really good at killing a Kronos before ult. After ult, you're kind of bad. Unless he just plays it horribly. But I assume right here, yeah, he's gonna kill the creeps and invade. Hopefully you can drop it before he gets here. But, yeah, he has a 1, so he can't secure this. That was a good attempt with the bait. I actually kind of like that play. I kind of like the, trying to force him off. Because you kind of just have to force something and hope it goes well. I like the beads as well. Yeah. I think you're playing it from behind relatively well. Just boxing the Kronos without boots, you should not be staying for this wave. This is so dangerous by you. Hey, that was... Yeah, that wave was greedy. You should be 100% getting out your back off here. Yeah, I'd be backing backing right now. Get your boots. But now, off of that back, the enemy team should be doing gold. Kronos had enough mana for a 2, and they just 2 and do gold, I think. That's kind of bad by the enemy team for not doing gold there. Because they know you're backing and they know they're super strong on left side of the map. It's a little risky because Kronos is zoom, but I'm pretty sure their team is so big that they can do whatever they want. I kind of like this idea to do alpha here instead of the wave. So hopefully the big minion will just tank, which it was, so you don't actually miss anything there. That's a good job there. I watch my SPL games a little bit. It's hard. You can't watch them in this view though. But I don't know. You're in just a terrible spot now. It's Soul from behind is just a really trash god. You're playing this defense well. I like that you're not in lane because you have a tower. They're doing gold. Yeah, this is a 50-50 play by you. It's kind of a desperation play. Skipping a wave and going, I assume you're going to ult gold here and try to steal it. You ult way too early. No reason to ult here. Definitely always hold your ult there because it's not even low. Unless they just stay on it and you get it with the 8th tick of your ult. Okay, this is... Yeah. That... They should just be resetting and killing you.
Did they stay on it? That's awesome.
Yeah, that was... Yeah,
Point flip gold for you. You gotta love to see
that was just bad by them. They should always be resetting because you ulted so early. If they just take the fight that was given to them and they just reset gold, you guys just lose this. I like what you're doing with the whole kiting around with your 3. You're actually playing this part of the fight really, really, really well. Everything you did there was really good. Besides your ult. I cannot spectate you. For some reason. I cannot get your pew. Wait, is there a button?
Are you in assisted camera mode?
No, I'm in free cam.
Go to assisted and then click it.
Oh, there we go. It's working.
Oh, did it work now? Okay. By the way, Bear, press U.
U? Oh, you can do it when you watch people. Yeah, it keeps disabling the U for some reason. Yeah, right here, if you're going for the steal, I would just wait a little bit. Because they play this terribly. They should always be resetting this. The Herc is just trolling by full tanking your ult and staying on goal and trying to secure. Their comms are just panicked right here. They should always... They were trolling. That too is really good. I like the fact that you ignore the Thor ult behind you and stick to the Kronos. I like this one. You're kiting around the team fight really well right now. You have really good autos there. Good 2. There's an argument here for right after you 2 to 3 in, because you know that all 3 of these guys are so weak. You guys might have been scared of the Heim here, which, in actuality, that's fine. But I don't think it's a 100% play that you press 3 and go in here. But there's an argument for you to do it just because you guys are behind, so you're still kind of desperate mentally. And you need to be looking for plays. And even like a trading situation, like say you 3 in here, and you force these 3 to like turn around and like try to kill you somehow. Yeah, there's an argument. I'm not gonna roast you for not 3ing in there because it's probably like a hype situation. But I think the correct play is to 3 in there. But everything else, like besides your ult, was really well played there. I think by now you should be pressing 3. Okay, I don't know what that Heim was doing. You kind of disrespected a Kante. I don't watch your POV for that. I don't know why it's lagging, but we'll have to deal with it. What's the Heim build? Okay, the Heim should not be.
The way opens.
Oh, he just chokes. That was really well played by you. But you should have died. Against a better Heim, you're always dead there. I like the 3. I like playing passive here. Your team fight's basically over once you hit You should definitely be backing. Nice. Yeah, you played that pretty well. Tips on hitting basics. The easiest way I learned was to go into a jungle practice. I mean, jungle practice now. Go against you're an ADC and your friend's playing an ADC. Go to level 20, no items, and just box each other. Go to like medium range and hit each other. Go to long range and hit each other. That's just the best practice in my opinion. Alright, you see Scrims at the top of his lungs keep mental eye. I don't know if that actually does anything. It's a good effort though. You guys are pausing or my game is stuck. You need friends for that though.
Man.
You got a friend. Oh. At this point, your comm should be... Maybe Kronos is rotating to Pyro, because they have a power play on right side of the map with the gold tree being down. I don't know if you're saying that in game or saying Kronos is missing, but you should be saying that. I like that you're not just blindly rotating and you are defending your buffs. At this point, it is a 50-50 whether Kronos is rotating there and making a play. I'm not sure if people are doing that in like these levels of Scrims, but like they can easily rotate and get mid tower, then get your solo tower, and then they get Pyro, and you'd basically just trade your duo tier 1 for that. So map-wise, it's not a great play to be over here, but thankfully the enemy ADC is over there. Also, maybe you go to red here instead of wave. Because your Merlin's most likely going to be going... Yeah, I think you always... Because there's a team fight about to happen on solo side, I think you always go to red right after purple and go ahead and get that off the map, and then go back to dueling. You know it's tier 1 here to defend, you just let the Kronos push because he's showing himself in lane, and you go purple red and then go here and defend. But you should be like mentally playing around this 1v1 the entire time. I want to go back and see exactly how that happened. Oh, I missed Cookie. Okay. At this point being this... I might have to reload the VOD because it's getting so laggy. It's hard to tell exactly what level the Scrims are by just watching the ADC. Now right here, you're up way too far. You need to respect this Kronos because you have these 2 items and he has 3 items. So unless you're looking for like a 2 ult play on this corner, because he's actually having really bad pathing here, running into this wall. And I think you have 2 ult. Yeah, you have 2 ult. So right here, right when he's coming on this corner, you should be 2 ulting right here. Like, he either Aegises it, and if he Aegises, you 3 out. And you take the trade. But by running, you're just accepting that you're going to tank this one. And you... do you try to juke this? Yeah, your reaction is really slow here. You need to be basically mentally knowing that their ace is going to lead with a 1 here and stepping here. You should never be hit by this one. Unless you're trying to just escape into the tower, but I think you play this way, which is weird because you don't juke this.
Perfect timing.
Yeah, you're just a little slow on that reaction. Right here, because he's melee range, you need to be ulting again. Like, you hold your ults way too much here. Yeah, you beadsing and Aegising instead of ulting. Your trade here should always be to ult him instead of beadsing and Aegising. You don't have to Aegis here either. By beadsing and Aegising, you're just accepting your death, I assume. I assume that he doesn't drop this unless he chokes really hard.
Stop right there.
Okay, he's actually choking. Okay. Kind of a bad ult. I think you should always wait for your 2 here. It's really hard to confirm soul ults. Also, you kind of just throw it this way. I think you panicked really hard with aiming your soul ult off of this line. You should just be dragging in a circle around him after you 2. You should be 2ing in 2 seconds. Because you're actually... He's playing this... He's playing this trade really bad now. But I would just be waiting for your 2 to come back up because there's no threat for you to die anymore. If you win this 1v1, okay. No way you actually win this. That 3 was a little sketch. Because now you don't have beads or Aegis. Does he miss the stun? No. He's gonna hit you with a 1, then you're dead, right? Okay. Whew, okay. That was a very sloppy 1v1. On both sides. You could have killed him easily, but he also had Aegis for your 2 ult. Which he just didn't Aegis the whole time. But I think you only hit 1 tick of your ult anyways. But either way, honestly, by watching this, you're really good at auto-attacking, you just don't know when to use your buttons. Like, because the fact that you were able to trade back into that Chronos means a lot. You're just using your buttons at the wrong time. Like, you're ulting the wrong time, you panic 3'd there. Yeah. And your active usage was pretty poor there as well, because you're not ulting.
Might be a thing with like familiarity with the god too. I don't know how how much soul he plays, but those are just kind of things you pick up by playing the god a lot.
Yep. And I've played Soul a lot, so I am very ready. I've also played this matchup a lot, so I am really ready to press all my buttons.
Yeah.
I've been playing this matchup for years.
Yeah, with gods, there's just like conditions you have to meet almost to like do stuff. And like Soul's one of those gods, right? It's like her ult you can't just throw out. You have to like always confirm it with the 2 or with CC or anything.
And if you are raw dog ulting, it's always better to circle the ult instead of lining the ult. Like, you never want to just like throw it like AMC honey. You want to just like drag it in a circle. They should be going fire here soon with a 9 or 10k lead. It's a little bad for you to still be on duo side of the map, but you're kind of desperate for farm at this point. Also, the Chronos should probably not be over here. I mean, they should just be doing fire. Like, with this amount of a lead and with double ADC, like, they burn fire so easily. I don't think you guys can get through their front lane either. But they're farming it out. I assume they're going gold. Thoughts on Spear over Demonic on Chronos? I like it. I'm not the biggest fan of Demonic on Magic ADCs except for Olarun. it just feels bad a lot. Like, I hate demonic on Soul. Oh, yeah, I hate this. Alright, unless you are desperately needing the penetration on their tanks, I think you just always go Typhons in this slot. They only have Brawlers here for anti-heal so far. They don't have any Onks, they don't have a Divine. Yeah, this should always be Typhons. Slow push while I do fire, that's fine. Then you're correct for being over here. If that's your in-game comp, then that's correct. But the main reason I don't like demonic is because you're not always applying demonic before you're pressing your abilities. And I'm a firm believer. Also, Soul looks really funny when she's casting. I'm a firm believer that it's like going Xe on like an ability-based hunter. You're not always going to be applying the Xe before you press your abilities. And Soul is kind of the same way. You're an ability-based auto attack mage ADC. So a lot of times you're not freely auto attacking in fights. You are just 2ing, you're ulting, you're 3ing. A lot, like, it's like playing an AMC kind of. You're not just getting all your buttons off in fights. Do you ever get demonic? I get demonic. I'll only get demonic on Soul if I really, really need the penetration on their tanks. But my build is I like Typhons, I like Reaver, Magus in there as well. And then sometimes Ob Shard, sometimes Coin. Okay, we'll see this 1v1. You don't have actives. I assume you did not know Kronos was here. The 3 is fine. It's a... yeah, that 3 is fine. Yeah, I like Typhons and Reaver, and I like Typhons, Reaver, Magus, forgetting an item. It's not I'm forgetting. Yeah, Typhons, Reaver, Talcons. I like that build a lot. And then Ob Shard. I don't know if I'd still go Obs, but it would just spin in their tanks. But I'm not going Obs, I'd go Demonic. But I like the power with Talcons later.
It's probably Ob most of the time, though.
Yeah, just depends on how much penetration I'm already built. But if I have Typhons and a Reaver, it's probably Obs.
Yeah, but most of the time you have Core, right? Which is just Hecate, Boots, Typhons. Yeah. And then, like, Telecons, right? So you have, what, 2 item slots?
Yeah. I think Reaver's pretty core on Soul, honestly. Also, team-wise, I think defending this Gold Fury is a really bad idea. Like, this just, as a team, is just not a great idea to defend a Gold Fury 10k down. Your chances of winning this fight are really low. You guys just need to be splitting mid and right. Like, basically just dodging them around the map and not playing towards them at all. But this just... it just puts your tanks in a bad situation. Not saying that this is anything like at you, but just like in a general game sense. You guys should never win this fight. Like basically 9.5k down. Tier should be pushing this. Your jungler should be here. Maybe you guys 3v3 them and slow play, or because you're kind of the hyper carry of this team, being Soul or Merlin. Like one of them actually, yeah, Soul or Merlin need to be in the long lane or short lane here, and just splitting. But defending this, like basically 10 people aren't farming right here. And what you're doing is just basically accepting another L. Unless you guys somehow get in here and win this team fight and defend this. But yeah. They get an Oni for free, and you're basically just mirroring them around the map. Now your Hun's going into this jungle. But this tower should already be getting hit. The mid wave should already be pushed. They should be reacting to you guys on the map. Yeah, Reaver's really good on Soul. You have 4 damaging abilities. Yeah, people always walk into your 1 and 3 on Soul. I guess I'll watch this. The game's kind of over. At this point, you're kind of just hitting tanks and praying that you can somehow win a team fight. Or split pushing. Those are like your 3 options. Building here is fine. Coming in a team fight late is fine. Good dodge on the Thor. I would like to see that ult a little earlier. I don't know if Thor still gets hit by it. But right here, I would like to see you basically mentally acknowledge that the Thor wants to kill Khepri. So he stayed there for a long time on the Khepri. He also doesn't have Aegis for your ult, so your ult's gonna be chunking. But you have Demonic, so it's not really chunking, but it's like it's a semi-chunker of an ult. You can insta-cancel your 3. Insta-canceling 3 is a little sketchier, but I don't think you should die against these tanks. The cape. Good attempt on the 2 there. Yeah, good hammer by that Thor. Chasing here is fine, I think, because you're just desperately trying to get a kill. Unfortunate. Wait. Actually, yeah. Unfortunate. I think you're dead here to a... yeah. They both have blink, so you're always dead. Yeah, the only critique I consistently have with your soul gameplay is you're just a little slow to ult. Ulting, just you being a little faster on the trigger, because I'm pretty sure you were full passive there on the Thor. I think you get a kill there. I don't think it changes the outcome of the game, or you dying there. I'm pretty sure you're always dead there. But, yeah. Sometimes with solo, you just kind of throw it out and just kind of pray that it hits someone. And especially if you're full heat, you need to be mentally ready to press ult whenever it looks halfway juicy.
Your Titan is under attack.
I assume they end here. No, that's fine. To not end. This Kronos is so big at this point. Do they end?
Your Titan is under attack.
Assuming you're in Magus next. Magus is fine. Relying on Demonic only for Soul is a little weird for your penetration. Or for your percent pin. Which is why I don't like the Demonic build that much. Because at this stage, you're just in an awkward spot for penetration. Split pushing here is fine, because they're going to most likely go fire. Like, all of this is fine. You guys are basically never contesting that fire anyways. Yeah, active usage there is a little bad. I assume you tried to bait him, but again, you should just be ulting. I assume you see the Thor, Han knows that you guys are baiting, he's sitting on the corner. And then, does he have blink? He does have blink. Yeah, this Thor should 100% be dead here. Unfortunately, you missed the 2. You try to bait towards your Hun, but you don't use the actives here because you're trying to bait him, but your Hun's waiting forever. And Thor damage. Thor damage at this stage of the game, it's high. You should always be ulting here. And just instantly beats ulting. Right when he stuns, I mean, he's really confident here because he's leading with hammer as well right after the stun. Your bat's kinda hung you out to dry, but I don't think he has ult. He doesn't have ult, so yeah, I mean, it's bad by bats, and then it's bad by you as well. You're either beadsing instantly ulting the Thor stun, unless you're, I don't think you're ever ulting and reactively to Thor stunning, but you know he's gonna stun, 100%. You played against Thor. You're just mentally ready for that. But you try to bait a little too long, end up being put to 1 HP. You still haven't ulted yet, and his hammer's down. And he should probably be dead. Like, right after he stuns. Actually, I said blitz as well. You're back in to defend the Phoenix, that's fine. You have ult. You should just be more ready, I think, to hit that Wukong there. I think you respected the Wukong a little bit too much. With a K, does he have any anti-heal? No, the Wukong has no anti-heal, so you just fight into him. You're coming into this fight just ready to fight the Wukong. Because once you go back a little bit and slow-mo it. But you over-respected the Wukong. Oh my gosh, how much roll. Right here, you don't even need to dodge that, you just brawl him. Just fight into him way earlier. Unfortunately, you missed the autos, but I mean, that happens literally every ADC ever. Right here, because you guys are so grouped on Wukong, my vision would be on these guys. You guys are kind of trolling by full command as Wukong, giving up the Phoenix. Because you know Thor's coming out of base right now. So you guys should not be full command to this guy. Your tank should at least be up here. I don't even know if they can be up here because they'll die so fast to Chronos because he's so big. But they need to try to delay this push as much as possible instead of 5-manning the Wukong. This is just a bad team decision, I think. Oh wait, why does it go that way? What? I guess he's fine, but that was still weird. Would your bats have ult the whole time? Oh no, okay. It's really confusing when the ults like show on the right side, right and left side, but they're actually down. No, I didn't have ult. I like two. I like not ulting there actually.
That's kind of weird, what? I didn't realize I expected, but like that.
Yeah. For the ults? Oh.
Yeah, I didn't know.
That's happened to me a few times right here. You see the opportunity, you try to just get there just in time, but you're too slow. So missing that ult's really unfortunate. But that happens to everyone, so. I like the attempt though.
It's under attack.
At this point, you see your front line's about to die, so I like holding back pedal here, just hitting the Wukong. Their Baron's getting off so much poke over this wall. I would probably be trying to, yeah. I like that decision. That's actually the same decision I would have done right there. Go for that 2 on the wall. Really good blink push by her. Yeah, that's a fine death. That was just a really good play by her. Welcome back, Secret Soul Fan. Thanks for that 39-month resub, baby. No, focus on Wukong a lot, that's fine. Focusing on their tank as Soul is fine. You guys lose here. Yeah. On fort. Oh.
I'm back.
Welcome back. But it was actually wasn't that bad for how screwed you got off that beginning. But, yeah, I mean, overall,
yeah, like
pretty good.
The Chronos probably could have pushed more.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure off of that lead they had, they should stop invading solo side and play towards duo side, and then secure that first gold, get dual lane tower, which they did get pretty early, it's like level 10 or whatever, and then transition back to solo, get solo tier 1, get pyro, transition to mid, get mid tier 1, play for next gold, then go fire.
Well, also, you know they had red and purple timers the entire time because Chronos went and soloed the purple and red right after he killed them. So they could have just kept invading that. And
but their team was like, I mean, it was like a 4v4 on solo side for the first like 10 minutes of that game.
Yeah, no, they're duking it out over there.
It's really weird. Honestly, maybe your team, if you're losing solo, and it's so hard if you're losing both side lanes. I don't know if your Chu is actually losing the 1v1. But if you're losing both sides, it's hard for like your mid trio to make a decision as to which to play towards on what side of the map.
Yeah, no, it's definitely tough. But as a jungler, you just try to stop the bleed however you can on either side. To be honest.
Yep. And I guess
Like just by securing stuff, it doesn't matter. Like I don't think they should ever give up that many purples and red buffs and stuff.
Yeah, but they were invading blues as well.
Yeah, but that you have to split. You have to split the support. You have to hope the jungle solo can secure their own buffs and split the support mid to get their own things too.
Yeah, that's true. That might be a bad team decision then, for like 4v4ing. But I mean, we do that, or like SPL teams do that. With, like the 4-man blue invades. Like Ghost does that a lot. They'll just find okay.
Yeah,
run at your blue buff.
yeah, but after they'll get like 2 or 3 blue buffs, they'll like switch it up to the purple.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But they just play the map really really hard.
Oh, wait, Sheepy, anything else you need? Or like, any questions you have? I do like that you placed 14 wards in 23 minutes. That's kind of